Hi, let's talk about camera placement during your exam. At all times when you're taking the exam, I need to be able to see your calculator, okay? So that you can see the calculator. I need to be able to see the paper you're working on. There's the paper. And I need to see both of your hands. Now, if a few fingertips are not showing, that's fine. But as long as I can see, basically see your hands as you're working, you may have to push back a little bit. Sometimes you'll have to look in a little bit to see the problem, but I need to see both hands while you're working on your test. If this hand is in your lap, or this hand is in your lap, or over here, then that's a 0. Both hands have to be in the working space where you're writing out, okay? If you have a laptop, you may have to just push back. If you have a removable camera, like I happen to have right now, you may be able to move the camera a little farther back. Let's see if I can do it. Okay. So that, let's see, which way do I need to go? Down a little bit. Yeah. All right. So I've moved my camera back, and now you can clearly see, that I'm working. If you have a laptop, again, you just push that laptop back far enough so that this entire working space, okay, has the information in it that you're allowed to have. Now, there'll be a very specific list of things that you can have on the desk during a test, okay? Now, you shouldn't have a second monitor on like this, like I do. So if you have a second monitor, you got to turn that thing off, okay? So only the monitor that you're looking at can be on. And in fact, the software will detect it if you're using a second monitor. So it can't be in the screen. So if you've got, like I have a laptop and a desktop here, so I can't have this open. If I can see anywhere in your testing environment that you have another device, then that's an automatic 0. This test is about what you know, not what the internet knows, or the phone knows, an app knows, or another person knows. So when you're testing, just to clarify, to make sure you understand, your face has to be in view. Both hands have to be in view, and I'll tell you the exception to that in just a minute. Your mouse, if you have one, is fine, okay? If I don't see the mouse, it's not a big deal, but your hand, if your hand is on the mouse, I have to see your hand, okay? You can have something to drink, okay? You probably put it out of the view of the camera, but if you drink during the test, that's fine, okay? Of course, you can have something to write with, and you're going to have the number of sheets of paper and the format that I tell you you can have. And you may also be able to have a note sheet. I will tell you if you can have notes and what can go on that note sheet. So just to reiterate, both hands have to be in view. The hand down here is a 0, either hand, okay? Now, here's the exception. When you're entering, your hands are like this, but I can see that you're typing. If your hands are like this and I can't see the cursor moving, that means that you might be doing something else with your hands other than entering an answer. So if your hands are not entering an answer, your hands have to be back here. Okay. If you're actively typing, I can see that on the screen. If your hands are up here for a prolonged period of time, like you're looking at a phone or something, then it's a 0. And even if it's innocent and you have your hands out of view, I can't tell that. So your hands have to be in view at all times unless you're entering your answer.